Hello and welcome to episode 24 of our non-league to legends series, where we start in non-league football management and attempt to go on and win the Champions League. We're currently here with Nottingham Forest. We've got our last two games of the season that we've decided to come back for. These two matches are first one against Derby County and a second one against Preston North End. Apparently as well, against Nottingham Forest, not a team I massively follow in real life. Apparently the Derby game is also a local rivalry, or just maybe a historic rivalry, but it's a rivalry nonetheless, according to Football Manager. So the last two games you would have seen with me were the Birmingham and Blackburn games. The games after that, as we can see, we haven't lost in a few games now. We had the 0-0 draw against Millwall directly after the last episode, and then we had a 2-0 win against Burnley. We actually beat third place Sheffield United 1-0, and then we've just drawn 0-0 with Stoke. Stoke, if I remember rightly, are higher up in the league as well. They're 8th. Sheffield United, as I said at the time, were 3rd. They're currently 4th, so those are two pretty good results in my book. Derby are 9th and Preston are 13th. So after that pretty poor run of form when we first got it, we've actually now not lost in 9 games. We're definitely not winning all of them, but we're not losing consistently either, which is definitely, I think, an improvement, and it's a good sign for next season and the future. This is a team we are going to be using for that match against Derby County. We've got Collins in goal, back four of Williams, Sorensen, Sanderson and Moray, Yates, Cafu and Goyak in midfield, Aspria out on the left, Johnson on the right and Taylor up front. Aspria has been especially good in the last couple of games, scoring a few goals for us as well. Del Taylor not scoring quite as many as potentially we would like, but he's getting pretty consistent. He'll pop up with the odd goal. Broja, I think, definitely scores more, but we also know we're going to lose Broja next season, so we're not really focusing on him. We are trying to keep ourselves out of that relegation scrap with 2 games to go. We've probably done it now, so we are focusing just these last couple of games on using Del Taylor and hopefully building him up for the future. Before we start the match, of course, guys, if you are enjoying today's episode, if you do enjoy the series, then please do drop a like down below the video. It does really help out the channel, helps out with the YouTube algorithm. That'd be really much appreciated as well. So yeah, with these 2 games to go, I think here we have probably avoided relegation. I don't think we're going to get quite the mid-table finish that the board did hope we would get. As we can see, we are 14th in the league. We're 3 points though behind 13th place Preston, which is the team we do play next in the league. So we could maybe jump them. If Reading get a bad result in the next couple of games, we could jump them. So we could finish as high as 12th at the moment. We could equally probably finish somewhere down 17th, 18th. It's very much going to depend on these next couple of games. Sorensen with that huge throw into the area, and it's caused enough chaos that I think Del Taylor there has just got pushed in the box and now has the chance to convert from the penalty area. Del Taylor stepping up, slots that one home with confidence into the bottom left of the goal. It's his 10th goal of the season. I mean, like I said, I hope this is going to be a bit of a, I guess, a coming of age for Del Taylor. I don't know if he'll be our first choice striker next season. It's very much going to depend what we can do in the in the summer transfer window, which is what's going to be coming up in the next episode. But he could potentially end up being the striker that does lead the line for us. I believe he's a homegrown player for us. I don't think he's someone we've bought from elsewhere. I could be mistaken, but either way, he's a very young player for us who's got a decent amount of potential and could be someone that we build around and carry up into the Premier League if we do ever get promoted. However, if we're going to keep having these defensive woes, that the promotion prospect looks a long way off. We've gone up one end and grabbed a goal through Dale Taylor's penalty, but you know, this isn't very long after, and again we've just been sort of carved open there by, yes, that's a through ball. It's not great. I have definitely been finding these games that once we concede one as well, we will concede more. We had a really good run of I think it was 6 games in a row where we didn't concede a goal, but the last couple of games we've started looking a bit leaky again, and it's almost like if we concede one goal, the teams start assuming they're going to concede every match and then do concede every match. Cafu here out to Sanderson. Sanderson with a shot on goal there. Comfortably saved by the Derby County goalkeeper though. And they are now going to look, I would imagine, to launch a counter-attack. It is just short to their centre-back. And it's very, very quickly here being played upfield. Sterling out on the right. Williams has managed to get a tackle in there, which is good. And we launch a counter-attack of our own. Taylor into Johnson. Johnson slotting that one past the goalkeeper. No problems at all. That was a very good counter-attack from us, as it turned out, in response to Derby County's counter-attack. And yeah, Williams there making an all-important tackle, which has allowed us to just bring the ball back up the field super quickly. And Johnson fired that one home. It's really nice to see as well these players starting to score some goals. Obviously Johnson, a very young player, as is Del Taylor. Again, hopefully these are the players next season that we can start developing a bit more and we can become our important players that we build the team around, and we don't have to spend bags and bags on transfers. Oh, another beautiful ball there for Del Taylor. Not managed to get that one past the goalkeeper. But great counter-attacking football here from us. And we have got a corner here. It's going to be Gojak to take. Swinging that one into that near post. It's been cleared fairly easily. Not a great corner there, as it turns out. But it's only gone as far as Yates, although the highlight has ended. So nothing coming from that. Asprilla here has just picked up an injury, though, which is a bit unfortunate, and saying that he wants to come off as soon as possible. And we've got to bring on someone for him. I guess we'll bring on Oliver Burke. Although Oliver Burke's not ideal, so maybe not. Let's bring on Freeman. He's not been very good when we've played him out there on that left, which is why he's not been playing out there. We're going to make us make that substitution again. Thanks, FM. We've just confirmed that substitution. If you can now make it, that would be wonderful. Asprilla going off with an injury. We have, in between these two episodes as well, agreed a loan deal for Asprilla to continue next season. So he's going to end up being, I think, our first choice left winger out there. Although he's in on loan, unless we get someone who's substantially better, he does play very, very well when he's out there. And he's got a good dynamic, good understanding with Jeffro Williams out on the left as well. That's a brilliant goal there from Brennan Johnson, putting us 3-1 up. He's done a little cartwheel in the celebration. That is a good goal from him there. Definitely growing into that inside forward role out on the right. Cross from Freeman here, and Johnson just first time volley without it even touching the floor. And it's gone past their goalkeeper, easy as you like. 3-1 to us. Going into half-time, we're very happy with that, guys. If you just go out and do exactly the same, we get a 6-2 win. I will be ecstatic with that result, if I'm honest. And the end of the season, I'm almost very disappointed that the season's ending now, because we do all of a sudden, we've grown into this season and our form has improved exponentially in the last few games. So it's a bit of a shame that the season's ending, because of course now we're going to go make some transfers, possibly ruin the dynamics a little bit for the start of the season. Hopefully we can make these transfers nice and early and have time to work on the dynamics in the team. We're going to bring on Finn back here as well in that ball winning midfielder position for Cafu. Another youngster that does have some potential. He's not really ready for first team football at the moment, but when we are winning games and we've got half an hour left, he's a good player that I do like to bring on just to give him some game time. Really lucky there that Derby County have hit that post rather than it going past Brad Collins on this occasion. They are definitely still probing us and trying to get back into the game here, and hopefully we can just shut up shop a little bit defensively, keep hold of the ball when we've got it like we are now, and not concede another goal. If we can go pinch another one the other end as well and give us a 3-goal gap with 20 odd minutes to go, it'll be a very, very comfortable last 20 minutes. In here now to Del Taylor. Del Taylor just absolutely smack that one rather than placing it, and their goalkeeper has managed to get in the way. Derby County have just made 3 substitutions all at once. It's a corner there into Sanderson. Managed to get his head to it. But again, Derby County's goalkeeper, Knight, has quite comfortably kept hold of that one. I am seeing that Johnson and Taylor are both quite tired. I'd like to keep Johnson on because obviously he is on a hat-trick if he gets another goal. But I think Del Taylor now probably needs to be coming off. He's performed really, really well today, got that penalty, and he's been ever present in all of our attacking emphasis up front. But probably time for him to come off. We just kind of want to wait for the highlight to end. Maybe we don't. Maybe we maybe just make that substitution in the middle of the highlight so it happens as soon as the highlight is finished. So we'll bring on Broja up front there just for the last 15 minutes or so and give Del Taylor a bit of a rest. Derby County playing it back to their goalkeeper there, trying to build out from the back. They have got a ball cutting us apart there, which we've seen happen a few times now. I'd kind of like to stop it happening. You'd hope that having a defensive midfielder would stop those through balls from happening a little bit, but apparently not. And we are now looking at the league table, 1 point behind Preston North End, who we play next. So potentially with a good result there, we could see us go up at least one position in the league on the final day of the season. It's very much going to depend on our result in the next game in today's episode. Lots of highlights in this match as well, considering I just had a quick gander. We are on key highlights still. I did wonder for a moment if I'd somehow knocked it into extended highlights, because that was a lot of highlights for the match. Although if you look at it, 26 shots between the two teams. We have been the one that have converted them though. Moray having a bit of a shocker of a game on a 5.9 there, which is unfortunate. Hey, as a team, we've managed to go on and get a good result, and now we just need to turn our attention to this important match, as it turns out, against Preston North End. And here is our team for that match against Preston North End. We've got Collins in goal, back four again of Williams, Sorensen, Sanderson and Moray, Yates, Cafu and Ojeda in midfield, Freeman out on the left, Johnson out on the right and Taylor up front. So Ojeda and Freeman, I believe, the only changes for this match. Obviously Freeman coming in for Aspria, who's now injured for a couple of weeks, and then Ojeda coming in for Gojak, who's just not quite fully fit yet. He got an injury midweek in training that kept him out for a couple of days, and he's not quite fully recovered from that one yet, so we didn't really want to start him in this match and risk him. And as I said, this an all important game now, if only just because we can leapfrog Preston and just go that one extra place up the league. Depending on the Reading result as well, we could even go a couple of places up the league. So it's all very much going to depend how we do in this match. I've forgotten as well. I think Preston North End might have been the first team we played. And the reason I was saying that is I was about to say I've just seen Troy Parrott. And I remember Troy Parrott playing quite well against us last time. So I think Preston North End potentially the first team we played with Nottingham Forest. And the memories are coming back to haunt me already. Not a very good start there. Not the start we wanted, definitely. And it's a shame because we are playing quite well, at least in recent games. Definitely not in this one so far, though. We need to change that very quickly. Brennan Johnson playing in Moray here. Moray with a cross into the box for Taylor to hit first time and hammer home. It looks like it is going to come back for offside though, and it doesn't count. Fortunately going to be offside though, not going to count. Yeah, very unlucky there. I'm kind of trying to see who Reading are playing in here as well. Reading are playing Stoke and are drawing 0-0 at the moment. So if we can get back in this game and get a win here, which at the moment not looking very likely, then we could end up still jumping up those couple of positions in the league. Sorensen with a header there off of the Ojeda corner. It's his first goal for the club. It's a good time to get it. Cannoned that in with his head there. Beautiful corner in to the near post. And it's just beating the goalkeeper quite easily, really. Surprisingly easily. And that again changes matters slightly. It still puts us up in the 14th. But Reading still, I believe, drawing at the moment. Reading are actually losing at the moment. And we're obviously drawing with Preston. So still, if we can get that win, it pushes us up into 12th. Which is exactly mid-table and does achieve a mid-table finish. I know you don't have to forget exactly 12 for it to be a mid-table finish. But it would be quite satisfying for it to be exactly a mid-table finish. Moray is indicating that he's injured right not ideal. Not exactly ideal timing, but we're taking him off and bring on Fonseca. We have a very easy like-for-like substitution there, so we definitely could have had worse ones. Preston North End, though, do seem to be running us about a bit on the park in terms of shots. We seem to have a lot more possession here. I'm guessing Preston North End have kind of dropped to counter-attacking football here because I've got double the amount of shots that we have. Troy Parrott there nodding that one down for his fellow colleague, and we've just about got away with that one, but again, almost taken apart with just an early through ball. And I don't know, our fence just don't seem to deal with them very well. And now Adam Reach, that was just such a simple goal that they've scored. They've played it into the box, and our defenders, I don't know what it is against Preston North End. Are they just going to end up being our bogey team for Nottingham Forest? Because we didn't concede for like 6-7 games, and now against Sanderson there, the last few games we've played, there's no way he doesn't react to that and clear it. But in this match, not even looking at it, just kind of stands there and lets it bobble over the top of his feet. It's just not good enough, really. We are going to go attacking here because we've got nothing to lose. We're not going to really tumble down the league here. We're not worried about getting relegated. We're going to bring on Broja and we'll play him as an inside forward, which gives us 2 inside forwards now in Johnson and Broja. Johnson is now looking tired though, which is not ideal timing, but never mind. We're going to encourage the team as well. Oh, we can't yet because I've just demanded more from the team, but when we can, we'll encourage the team. We have to get 2 goals here though to make a difference, and I don't think we're likely to do that in the last 15 minutes. It looks like it's, as it stands, going to be a disappointing end to the season. Ojeda as well, going to make it even more frustrating with a straight red there. Oh, this is all gone very wrong very quickly. I guess we put Yates there. Potentially we just play like that. I'm still going attacking, which is definitely not the right decision, but it's the one we're going to go with because, like I said, it's not like we can lose more, if that makes sense. Like Peterborough below us, we can't get relegated now. We have nothing to lose. Let's just go gung-ho, go attacking, and hopefully maybe go up the other end and nick one. Instead of that, what we're actually going to do is Cafu's going to trip one of the Preston North End players up in the box, and we're going to give away a penalty in the 82nd minute instead, just to make it even more difficult for ourselves. And once we've now gone 3-1 down, you got to believe that this one is over for today, and it is going to be just a bit of a disappointing end to the season, especially as, you know, we now haven't lost in 10 matches. And we've just collapsed on the last day of the season, which is definitely not what we wanted to be doing. They've almost made it 4. That free kick is just about dealt with our defensive line there, after making an absolute mess of it to start with. Johnson now is crossing this one in the box for Taylor to keep hold of. Back out to Fonseca. Fonseca into the box. Broja has poked that one home at the far post. I think we've still got 1 substitution to make. We have got 1 substitution left. We'll take off Johnson and bring on Burke just for the final 5 minutes or so with injury time. We've pulled one back. It was actually quite a good bit of play there. Taylor passing that one back out to Fonseca just for him to drill that one low over the line. Broja's reacted quickest to it and poked it past the goalkeeper, and we'll keep it on attacking. I mean, we are still going here. Williams into Broja. Broja now holding up the ball. Yates on the outside of the box. Broja again, now we're into the box. Can he get there? He can't get there, but it's fallen to Burke to poke it home to make it 3-3. I said this one was all over. We've actually managed to get ourselves back into this tie. We've got a couple of minutes left, or a minute, plus whatever injury time we have to play. This goal, perhaps a little bit fortunate here that the tackle is just fallen to Burke, and Burke's nobody marking him really, and the goalkeeper obviously facing the wrong way has managed to poke that one home, and it does put us 14th still, and still that point behind Preston North End. And now Sorensen is getting a talking to. We've got a couple of minutes left to play here. A Preston North End free kick on the edge of the area. It's hit the post. We've just about dealt with that one. We're going to see a goal kick here from Collins out to Sanderson. Big long clearance. Broja's managed to get hold of it somehow. I think he had to end up putting in a tackle in rather than just getting himself. And now we're playing with the ball really, really slowly. We've played it back to the goalkeeper. And it's an absolute awful clearance again. Just allowing Derby County to come back and attack us. Cafu's managed to get back and cut out that attack. But we haven't cleared it quick enough. That sort of thing is frustrating, where we've literally just gifted Derby 2 chances there in the space of 30 seconds that they didn't need to have. We haven't got it up the other end quick enough. Broja, when he got it in the centre of the park, kind of just messed around with it until it ended up back in our box. I don't think we'll have chance to launch a counter-attack here. We don't have chance to launch a counter-attack. It is 3-3. It does mean we remain unbeaten. I think that now makes it 11 games, which I guess is better than losing 3-1, which is what it looked like we were going to do. 14th place finish for us then. I don't know. I'm not sure. How do we feel about that based on where we were at the start when we got here and how we finished the season up? I mean, if we're looking, like I said, at how we finished the season up, I now think that's 11 games, I make it. 11 games unbeaten now. Like I said, we went on a run here. I think it was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games without conceding. So when we came into this episode, we hadn't conceded a goal for 6 games, which is obviously pretty good. I kind of just want to see now what we can do with the team. It's going to be very much rebuild for next season. So yeah, let me know down below. How do you feel about that? How have we done? Now we've come in and we've played, I guess, about half a season. What do we think with our final position? Let's have a look at Club Vision. They want us to go mid-table. They feel like we've passed that with 14th place. We've arrived at mid-table. They now want us to work towards reaching the Sky Bet Championship playoffs next season. It's definitely something for us to aim for. I think now it's going to be go away, see what sort of budget we get, and hopefully make some signings for this formation, which I believe now is going to be the one that we do go with. As we can see, we've literally on the last day of the season got some of those lovely green dynamic lines that I like so much, but we might have to get rid of them and bring in some more players ready for next season. I think we will be back next episode then with the summer transfer window. We'll have a quick look at the team review and the season review for the season, and then we'll quickly go through the summer transfer window and hopefully build a team that's capable of challenging for the playoffs next season. If you have enjoyed today's episode though, please do hit the like button down below the video. Really helps the channel out, as I've mentioned before with the YouTube algorithm. It's always really appreciated when you do it. If you haven't already and you are enjoying the content, hit the subscribe button while you're down there. It is completely free to subscribe. If you press the notification bell next to it, YouTube lets you know whenever the channel uploads as well, so you don't miss any of the content on the channel and you get to follow along with the rest of the non-league to legend journey as we attempt to win the Champions League. Where at the moment our focus is just on Nottingham Forest, and we need to now get over to episode 25 and see if we can build the team ready for next season. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode, guys, and I will see you for that rebuild over on episode 25.